So I don't know if I already put up this video about fear, but this kind of this topic kind of goes good with that, about how, like, if everything passes, then is there anything that doesn't pass? This is another good meditative contemplation question. Another video was like, what does it mean that I don't exist? That's a good contemplation question too, but this is also a good one. If everything passes, what remains? Like, what's still here? First thing though, we have to contemplate and look and see, does everything really pass? See, we got to do things in steps so that we can, the foundation, spiritual foundation, realization gets built properly, so to speak. You don't want to skip stuff. Not a lot of non-duals like to skip. Just go and, they just go, nothing exists. Ha! You guys are still down there like, I don't need a spiritual practice because I know nothing exists. Yeah, don't do that. So, if everything passes, what does it mean everything passes though? Bodies. If you guys have been on the planet long enough, you've probably seen some people, their body died. Body's not so real. This helps you if you have vanity issues, like my fellas do on my semen retention channel, Beyond the Alchemy. Go see it if you want. It's fun. So they want to look, they're worried about, like, they want to attract the girls, want to get the girls. How do I get the girls to look at me? Because, I want, I need the female energy. I like it. Like, it makes me feel good. So, but I need them to look at me. And so then they, you start worrying, they go to the alpha male classes and try to get big and gains and everything. This is what happens. This is vanity. But I mean, look at the girls too, man. Look at, the whole industry that makes beauty products. Like, if girls just stop caring about that, you still take care of yourself. But if the women stopped with the obsessing about how they look, man, these businesses would crash. Like, the girls just keep it going. All these expensive things and operations to try to look young. So be aware of that if you're doing that, because that can actually block your spiritual progress. It does, because your attention is more on this body vehicle that's going to pass, right? This is what we're looking at. It's going to pass. Why focus so much on something that's going to pass? There's proof that it's going to pass because you've probably known people that their body died. If not, just Google how many people die a day. A lot. Or go to India and watch the cremation ceremonies. Bodies are being burnt every day. Go to Varanasi. Okay, so bodies pass. These leaves are going to die. These trees are already getting old. Like, everything dies. Everything passes. Even the diamond. It'll pass after, I don't know, a couple million years or something. Nothing lasts. Nothing passes. I mean, nothing. Something don't pass. Right. What doesn't pass? So we already know everything passes. That helps you also not be so attached and identified with certain external situations and desires. It helps to break attachment because you just know it's going to pass. I've done this. I've had 3 really good girlfriends, karmic soulmate type women, and it happened. It's weird. It happened like it always happens one time, and it just happened spontaneously, like out of the blue. Like, it happened. I remember the first time, the first good girl, karmic mate, I was like 22 or 23, and we just watched a movie and we enjoyed it, and then we came out of the theater and it hit me. What hit me? This. I was like, damn, I love this girl, but it's not gonna last. Like, she's not gonna last. Just the realization of the law of impermanence was enough to it just kind of like broke me down for a little bit. And I had tears, and I was trying to walk behind her, and she's like, what are you doing? I'm like, no, it's all good. Just let's keep walking. And then I did that. And then I had 2 more good girls after that in a span of, like, I don't know, 20 years. And same thing happened, because I realized, like, God, this life is something. Life, like, is a real treat to experience life, because it's so real. If we didn't have an emotional body, mental body, and all this software that our higher self created, We're the programmers, really, but we can't realize that while we're in this form. It messes the whole game up. So we like program ourselves to forget also. I mean, it's so vivid and real. If we didn't have these bodies and this software, yeah, we'd be like somebody that, if they had a lobotomy or something, they're just walking around, it'd be like that. But now we're like full on. This is serious matrix engineering here. So high level programmers, these computer programmers that make these video games, I mean, they please, cosmic programmers, it's another level. So it's like, it's understandable that when we really realize, our loved one is going to die, or this body's going to die, etc. There could be a little bit of it could be a little heavy emotionally if one really goes there and contemplates that, But it can also strengthen us on a level to where we're not so attached to things, because we've seen. There's a scene that takes place, but that doesn't mean if your loved one dies that you're not going to feel any kind of sorrow, or you're not going to feel sad. There can be definitely peace and happiness underneath that, because it's like, oh, they're free of the body, because we know the body's a heavy limitation. It's like wearing a tight shoe all day, and you take it off, you're like, damn, this is good. What was I worried about? So that's there, that's plain. Life is complex. It's a rich tapestry of so many different things and sensations and emotions happening at the same time. You don't just become, non-dual realized and you just monotone all the time. I know people who are like they're just monotone. It's just the same character, same face over and over and over again. It's like, go get drunk or go get in an MMA training or fight or something. You need to get something needs to break loose, because you're just way too So that doesn't happen. A true awakening, that's not the result. It's the opposite. You're more free. You're more in touch with different aspects of yourself, and you allow them to play. You enjoy it. You want to play with all your aspects. I enjoy all of it. I can be childish. I can be I was gonna say serious, but not too often actually. I can be mature, or I can be just ridiculous. I got a friend in Florida. It's 35 years we've known each other, and yeah, we act a little bit weird, but it's conscious and we know it, and it's enjoyed. So what's the point of all that? So everything's passing, but enjoy while you're here. But if you want to do a little contemplation on the fact that everything's passing, even better. It's not to to be a downer. But if you're scared to look at the obvious or the truth, you might want to look at that then, because you want to get to where you can realize that everything's passing and impermanent, but yet it actually helps you enjoy everything more. Because the detachment's in place now. See, when you're attached to something, you can't enjoy it as much as when you're more detached. You don't become 100% detached. Like, that's part of the software that lets us enjoy what we're doing. If you meet somebody and you really like, or you get a job that you really like, there's going to be a little attachment to that. And then if it ends, there's going to be a little detox. That's normal. Don't think that, oh, I'm not spiritual. No. So, but you can enjoy these things more when okay, but this is gonna pass. Like I'm in some kind of fun house or something, and I'm seeing all these things, and I'm enjoying. I used to like those things when I was a kid. I go to the amusement park and just So I'm like, okay, this is what's happening. Like I enjoy it, but it's just everything's just passing. Like every moment something passes. I woke up this morning and, I drank my tonics and did this and that, and now all of a sudden I'm here. So look how much stuff passed in just a few hours. The whole life is like that. When we take our last breath, if we're conscious, we'll be like, damn, what happened? I was on the planet for 70 years, but I'm gone. Was I even ever here? See, all this is designed to expand the consciousness. These are potent contemplations. So I'm inviting you to contemplate them, but without any fear or anything. You're just looking at it. You're just looking at it like everything's good. What doesn't pass? You, consciousness, doesn't pass. There you go. That's security. Consciousness doesn't pass because it's always aware of this matrix self that's taking place in it. Every memory, every situation I've had, there's always been a background awareness that this is taking place in. So obviously that background awareness doesn't, you don't lose that. That's the spiritual practice, to be attentive to that, to realize that. All right, have a good day.